Senator, let's start off with this deal that did not quite happen in Geneva. I want to ask you directly, what would Iran have to do before you would believe the U.S. could ease some of the sanctions?
Well, that's a very good question. I think you'll see a bipartisan push by the Congress to do two things. To introduce another round of sanctions. We believe that sanctions and the threat of military force is the only thing that's going to bring the Iranians to the table. But what would a good outcome look like? There will be a bipartisan resolution, excuse me, introduced into the Congress very soon that has 4 parts to it. A successful outcome would mean that stop enriching, dismantle the centrifuges, stop the plutonium producing reactor at Iraq. If you want a peaceful nuclear power program, which I'm fine with in Iran, let the international community control the fuel cycle, where the Iranian program looks like Mexico and Canada, not North Korea, and turn over all highly enriched uranium that they have in their possession to the international community. Those 4 things, I think, would be a good outcome for the world and, quite frankly, Iran.
Well, that sounds like the end deal as opposed to an interim deal. Is there any way that you think Congress could approve in a resolution, which I'm assuming doesn't have the force of law, but correct me if I'm wrong on that, but what they were looking for, it sounds to me like what Secretary Kerry and the President were looking for, is something to kind of put Iran on hold as far as its nuclear program was concerned while they worked out some of those big things that you're talking about.
Well, my fear is that we're going to wind up creating a North Korea type situation in the Mideast where we negotiate with Iran, and one day you wake up, they don't give up their enrichment capabilities, they don't divest themselves of a plutonium producing reactor, the centrifuges continue to spin, and you're going to have a nuclear Iran, and that will be far more destabilizing for the Mideast than a nuclear North Korea for the Korean Peninsula. So I am about the end game. I'm about, where does this end? How does this movie with Iran end? If it ends with the 4 things I said, I would be satisfied. If it ends with anything less, then the world will regret this. The Israelis are apoplectic about what we're doing. I've never been more worried about the Obama administration's approach to the Mideast than I am now. We seem to want deals worse than anybody else in the region. Thank God for France, and thank God for pushback.
Well, there's words you haven't heard recently. Thank God for France. But let me ask you.
Yeah, the French are becoming very good leaders in the Mideast.